Hi, Rich.
Well, Jaime, how are you, my friend?
Fine, fine, and welcome to Supercomputing 12. Yeah, that's in Salt Lake City.
Yeah, it's my pleasure to be here and in your booth, which is always a pleasure because you guys have the best coffee on the planet. Thank you very much.
Salute with some coffee. Tell me, we have seen us last time was at ISC.
Yes, in Hamburg, Germany. Yes.
Hamburg. What happened since then, the last 6 months in HPC?
Well, I tell you, this is the pinnacle here at SC12. This is like the Old West, right? Okay, this is the gunfight. It's GPUs from NVIDIA. The Kepler is out this week. Same time, Intel is out with their mic architecture, the Xeon Phi. Okay, these are both accelerators, different approaches to the same problem. And man, they are going big guns. We have big wins. The #1 supercomputer in the world happens to use the NVIDIA side of things, but the Xeon Phi came in with, I think, 7 systems in the top 500 for a machine for a device that just got announced this week. Man, that is amazing. So yeah, it's fun to watch, and the scientists are excited. The company, it's like putting a spike of energy in the whole market.
So maybe better to be in Salt Lake City. We should be in Nevada, where we can bet on watch technology. Where should we put our money?
Well, I would say it's a horse race right now, as we would say in the U.S. And I don't know where the good money would go, but I think they're both going to be successful. Is the answer? Yeah.
So you think that the future will also be with accelerators?
Yeah, I think it's inevitable because of the problems especially as we move to exascale in the next 6-8 years or whatever. These machines suck so much energy, and it's so expensive to power a big supercomputer like the Titan. Okay, we're talking at least $10 million a year for electricity. Now, granted, they're making steps towards that, but on the curve we're on right now, an exascale system built with today's technology, even if we could build it, would cost billions a year for electricity. You'd have to put a nuclear power plant right there because that's how much. So hybrid supercomputing, this like we talked about with accelerators, is one of the ways that we can kind of jump that curve, hopefully, and get where we need to go.
Yes, and you said what happened since the last time we met. We moved with our supercomputing center of CSCS. You see some images here on the background of the free cooling from the lake. We moved from the old location in Manno to Lugano with very new supercomputing center. You could visit us. What was your impression there?
Oh, yeah, so I got to see this before the Cray equipment was all there, and got to see the under system with the cooling. This is brilliant. You guys have a coal lake there. What's the name of the lake? Is it Lake Lugano?
Lugano.
Yeah.
Yes.
And you use that, you built a pipe under the ground to the supercomputing center to cool this massive Cray supercomputer. Is that how it works?
Yes, it works. It works.
Yeah. So that machine, is that up and running right now, and how's it going?
It's up and running. You see here is the Monte Rosa, which just was the computer to move there.
Yeah.
Then we had, I think, even before the people of Oak Ridge, the first Cray XK7. Yeah. So a smaller one, but we were already using it. We will have a cascade system coming very soon before December. Yep. So it will be the next generation of supercomputer we will have there. Definitely. But then we were discussing a lot now about accelerators, but what are the other news you have seen here now at supercomputing?
So one of the trends I want to talk about, that I'm seeing is liquid cooling. There's this company called Ace Tech we just talked to. They're helping people put very high dense servers together in a rack and using liquid cooling in a very painless kind of way, and actually taking the waste heat from that, and you can heat your building with it. Okay. Right? So I think this is a trend that we're going to see continue in the industry. So
better cooling technologies.
Yeah.
And the next question is about big data. Is something developing there? Started? In what direction are we going?
Well, I tell you, I write every day about big data. I have a publication called Inside Big Data as well. It's kind of just my hobby. And that space is going to you take this haul in this market, something like $10 or $12 billion a year. I think in 5 years, big data is going to dwarf that. The numbers I'm seeing, something like $50 billion industry just for big data in 5 years from now. Pretty exciting.
So we will see more news in the next supercomputing and the ISC.
Yeah, I think you'll see it as a growing topic on the agenda and the technical sessions at this program here.
You have seen a lot of booths here. What booth did you find very interesting?
I tell you what, I just came out of the Intel booth. They have a life-size replica of the Starship Enterprise's bridge that you can go in and take pictures, sit in the captain's chair, Captain Kirk's chair. They got buttons, they got, it is like, was a dream come true. I just shot a video in there. You've got to go see it, man.
Okay, really good.
So, yeah.
So that's good. So will be the next place we'll visit. And thank you for visiting us here at our Swiss booth. So
always a pleasure. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Rich. Bye.
Okay.